Michelle.
Hi.
How's it going?
Wasn't sure
Great.
how big my head was going to be, but this will be great.
Yes, great. So I am so excited to be, co-hosting this experience with you. And so for those who are watching or those who are watching at a later time, Michelle and I are hosting a 2-week glucose monitoring experience. And do you want to talk a little bit about that, Michelle? Like what that is exactly?
Sure, yeah. So I'll just briefly introduce myself. So I'm a holistic health coach and certified nutrition consultant, and I've been in practice for 11 years. And I've been talking about blood sugar the whole time because a lot of the things that folks come to me for, whether it's healthy weight loss or sleep disruptions, sugar cravings, crashing in the afternoon, fatigue, energy, even gynecological issues. I'm like, okay, well, what are you eating and what's going on with that blood sugar? And what's really cool about a continuous glucose monitor is that now we have at our fingertips, literally through our iPhones, a way to be measuring our blood sugar without having to do any prick tests. It goes in one time. We have a 2-week amount of data, and it's a really amazing way to personalize and visualize what's going on with your blood sugar. So I would talk with clients all the time about this, like, you're on a blood sugar roller coaster, right? And this is your mood, this is your energy, and it doesn't feel good and it's exhausting. But now we can put that continuous glucose monitor and we can literally see the blood
Yeah.
sugar going like this.
Yeah.
So it's a device that goes into our arms. It lasts for 2 weeks and it connects to your phone, and you're getting fairly real-time data that you can then look at to then think, okay, how does this food affect me? How does stress affect me? Where am I at my cycle? How might that affect me? How does my exercise impact my blood sugar? So again, I feel like for right now, for the availability, it's one of the best ways we can see, like, what should I be doing for my body to optimize my health and well-being?
Absolutely. Thank you. And for those watching, I did not introduce myself. I'm Dr. Prabakar. I am an OBGYN practicing here in the Bay Area. And one of the things I talk to my patients about is, body changes and metabolism around menopause,
Yep.
because that is a niche of mine. I take care of a lot of women who are undergoing menopause, and many talk about fatigue, weight gain, and then they realize when they go to their primary care doctor and their hemoglobin A1C, or the level of, the level that indicates how much sugar is in your blood over the last 3 months,
Mhm.
that's going up. And patients are concerned, well, I haven't changed anything about, what I eat or what I do. Why is my sugar going up? And typically we haven't really thought about pricking our finger or checking our glucose unless you have diabetes
Right.
or you have a family history, like it's all associated. But we are in the era of medicine 3.0,
Yep.
right? So we do not want to wait till our hemoglobin A1C is off the chart and we're needing medication or insulin, God forbid, right?
Yep.
We want to be taking steps ahead of time to learn more about how our body metabolizes
Yep.
sugar and the various things we can do to tweak that and to change that.
Right.
Because, Michelle, as you know, it's not just about what we eat, right? There are a lot of other factors too
Totally.
that can change our blood sugar.
Yeah.
Do you want
And
to?
it's such a nice target for a lot of people. There's so much information and we can be like, oh my God, there's so many things I need to do. And I love focusing on blood sugar because the impact is pretty wide in terms of mood, energy, sleep, weight gain, those sort of things. So it's a even though we're kind of focusing on the blood sugar, it has this wider variety. So again, if someone's A1C has creeped up and they know, or if you're just like, hey, I'm having some of these other issues going on and I want to see how does my body, like, what is my body doing? And I think that's one of the things. And you and I've talked about this too before, where we think we can be eating healthy and it may not be a food that's working the best for us, or the timing of the food, how we're starting our day. Are we eating enough protein? Are we getting healthy fats? I've even had clients where one complex carbohydrate sort of gets metabolized by the body differently than another complex carbohydrate. So it's not even like all carbs are bad, right? It's like really listening, or portions. So there's so many really cool factors that we get to look at. And again, like acknowledging that we're all different bodies. And so,
Yes.
we can read the books, we can follow the blogs, we can do the things, but I think what's so cool about this is really getting to go deep with like what is going on with my body right now and how can I best support it. And then we get to make better choices about what we want to do for our health and well-being. So it doesn't mean like don't ever have the cookie. It just means like, well, know what the cookie's doing and then maybe go for a walk after you have the cookie.
Exactly.
So,
Or eat it with a protein-rich meal instead of,
exactly.
randomly by
Yep.
itself. And that's the, I think, interesting thing about blood glucose. Like you and I could eat the same thing
Yep.
and our sugar levels could be completely different,
Yeah.
based on how your body metabolizes what genes are in my body and how my
Yeah.
body metabolizes it.
Yeah.
And this is just a huge interest of mine because over time, though, insulin resistance leads to metabolic disease,
Absolutely.
which leads to heart disease.
Yep.
And heart disease is the number one killer of women. And so it all kind of boils down to that. And it's, as you mentioned before, it's just so cool that we have these tools now to really get a snapshot
Yeah.
of what's happening in our bodies. So,
And that's
um,
what I love about it too, because there's the immediate benefits. And then there's also, I mean, so many of us are thinking about longevity, whether it's our brain health, whether it's our heart health, um, these bigger picture things that down the road, we might think like, I don't want to go down that path. What are the changes and shifts that I can make now? And then we're also feeling better now. So I love a
yes.
win-win, right?
Absolutely. And so, with all of these goals in mind, we are doing a 2-week program that's going to kick off on March 26th. I forgot what date. I think it's a Tuesday,
Tuesday. Yep.
March 26th, from 12 to 1. And we're going to be kind of, setting a baseline of, just diving a little bit deeper into nutrition and the things that affect our blood sugar. And then a couple of weeks later, we're going to all get our glucometers, apply them on our arms, and then we are going to be checking our blood sugars, and then we will check in every week via Zoom. And we're going to be looking at different techniques and tactics that we can all use to improve our blood sugar, be it what we are eating, be it how we're moving, our stress levels, sleep,
Yep.
etc. And it's going to be a group experience. So we're hoping to have about 50 people. And so we not just learn, by ourselves, but learn from each other and what's working for other people too. And so it's going to be a really interactive experience, and hopefully will shed a lot of light, into your habits and how your body is metabolizing sugar. Do you have anything else to add, Michelle, on
Yeah.
that?
Well, I just know that it's your mission and my mission to really reach as many people as we can, right? That we love our one-on-one work and we know what a great impact that makes with our patients and our clients. And we know that there's other ways that we can serve. And I love the synergy of a group and of community and connection. And I know it sounds weird, but it's fun to do. It's fun to do together. And so I love that, so that we can really offer something that normally costs in the thousands of dollars if you were to work with us one-on-one, right? I know it's hundreds of dollars per hour for each of us.
Yes.
So we really want to offer something that's of tremendous value, but also at a cost that a lot of people can come in and say, yes, this is going to be great. I know I'm going to get so much out of this. And we're able to
Absolutely.
connect with more people that way.
Yes. So as Michelle said, this, individually would be hundreds and probably $2,500. But we are offering this for 300. So if you email me, comment below and let me know if you are interested. And for the last couple of weeks, we've really had it open only to my patients, but now we're opening it up to everyone who is interested. And once we hit 50, we will stop. But yes, it's a really a steal to work with Michelle and I for that price. We have about 4 hours worth of Zoom conversations. So you can really be, you don't need to be in California. You can be
Right.
anywhere in the country.
Absolutely.
And if you are worried about missing the Zooms, it's all recorded and we will send those out so you won't be behind. Yeah, I think this is just a great investment in your health. We
I
are
can't tell
excited.
you how many people after doing it the first time are like, I can't wait to do this again, right? They just get
Yes,
so much out of the experience. And it's funny, I felt this way too, like kind of missing the CGM when it goes
I know,
away.
right?
So
Right? Yes.
it really does give so much great information. And again, like I'm the expert here. I get to help you figure out what that data means and ask questions and what does this mean and why might it be doing this? Because sometimes it can feel overwhelming if we're just looking at this on our own or like, what do I do with this, right? Like, what do I do with this information? And so that's why it's sort of set up, like get you set up. Okay, now what do we want to do when we head into week 2? And then like, where do we go from here and beyond so that you're feeling really empowered about those next steps? So I really like that part of it too.
Absolutely. And it's really just an investment in the future and your health, because you don't want to wait till those numbers creep up. And maybe you don't have a family history, but diabetes is a little sneaky. It can catch up on you around those menopausal years, particularly, and that's where we're seeing a lot of patients with symptoms.
Well, I'm
And
going to get on my
so,
high horse for just a second too. Like we cannot compare it to our parents or our grandparents either. The amount of processed foods and sugars in our foods has gone up, exponentially. So
yes,
even if we think we're like, oh, I don't really eat a lot of sugar. Anytime someone says, oh, I don't really eat a lot of sugar, and then they start looking at
yeah,
things, you're like, oh, it's in everything, right? So
yes,
I think it's such a good reminder of like where our human bodies are right now in
yes.
2024 and the things that are impacting it. So again, that we can, even if we don't have a family history, we can really be like, okay, this is how I want to really support my health and well-being.
Absolutely, and being really proactive about it.
Yes.
So, if you want to join us, our kickoff session is on March 26th from 12 to 1 PST. And then we will put on the glucometer for 2 weeks in April. We'll send all those dates out. And you can participate in this entire experience for $300. So, please email me at info@lamorinda.gyn.com. I'm going to put that email in the comments, and we'll send you more information. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And thank you so much, Michelle. And we'll look forward to getting this started.
Excellent. Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you. Have a great day.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.